take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the 30.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
At the 42-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers, they'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Packers.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's going to get this this inside the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that continuity.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now the second down throw on target. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Scott on the punt for the Packers.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's downed inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Saints nothing.
Breeze to the flat, that's caught. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Breeze to throw. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Packers 17. Saints nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
just
called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him a little. Bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tyler Ervin back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ervin to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
A.J. Dillon.
Maybe a little bit of a surprise to people that A.J. Dillon was selected by the Green Bay Packers, but I see the logic. This is an almost 250-pound running back who had a great showing at the Combine, running nearly 4.5 in the 40-yard dash.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Harris to return. Well, there was a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching there.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
They'll take over over 1st and 10.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's something we saw often last year. Aaron Jones finding his way into the end zone with a rushing touchdown. Had his best season on the ground in his young career. First time he was over 1,000 yards, and he tied Christian McCaffrey for the most rushing touchdowns in the league with 16. Green Bay had a balanced offense and a big-time record last year.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of those, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are pouring it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Makes the score.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run the clock, lick your wings at the half, and see if you can come up up with a strategy to play better in the second, but there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39.
But they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He was brought down by...
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Throwing now is Breeze. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on third.
39-yard line.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Smith on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and goal at the Packers' 8-yard line.
On the ground, Kamara. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. To throw is Breeze. Bring back to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They run again with Dillon. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And so in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run with Dillon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run now with Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Dillon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Green Bay.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And my goodness, another interception. Set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Rodgers throwing here. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Green Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And